What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, kickboxing legend last night completely exposed and embarrassed the sport of boxing once again. And once again, the politics and the ugliness of the sport of boxing rears its ugly head. Rico Verhoeven completely exposed the sport of boxing. He had one professional boxing match in 2014, which he got a knockout victory. Prior to that, he's just been a kickboxer, okay? But a legend in kickboxing, heavyweight kickboxing legend. And he takes on what many people deem to be the greatest heavyweight in history. They say this man could beat Muhammad Ali. He could beat Lennox Lewis, right? He could beat Mike Tyson. These are the arguments that people have. And no doubt, he's a legend. He's an icon in the sport. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He himself doesn't say these things, but this is how he's perceived. He's Olympic gold medalist, 2-division undisputed champion. He's a cruiserweight undisputed champion and heavyweight undisputed champion. Undefeated Alexander Usyk. This was supposed to be a money grab, right? It was supposed to be shaped in the same way that Floyd Mayweather, everybody complained when Floyd Mayweather took on the likes of Conor McGregor from the UFC, right? When Tyson Fury took on Francis Ngannou from the UFC. Oddly enough, only Floyd Mayweather, now they picked apart Floyd Mayweather and complained about Floyd Mayweather fighting Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather. He was the younger, fresher guy. He was the superstar and dominating still in his respective sport. Francis Ngannou was, but Rico is an older guy. He's almost 40 years old. Everybody else that's fighting these UFC guys are struggling. Yesterday, first of all, Francis Ngannou dropped Tyson Fury and nearly won that fight. Rico whitewashed Alexander Usyk yesterday. Going into the 11th round, Rico was winning 8 rounds to 2. Clearly. But the judges didn't see it that way. The judges had it a draw, which is absolutely disgusting. You had to really claw to find rounds to give to Alexander Usyk, yet they had it tied up. Meaning that they had it 5 rounds to 5 going into the 11th round, which is absolutely disgusting on every level. So they were planning to rob Rico one way or another. Then he goes into the 11th round, right? And he started fatiguing. This is not his respective discipline, right? And I told you guys in the beginning when people asked me about it, I said in the second half, he's going to start to fatigue because he doesn't have the other elements that he could lean on, like UFC fighters. In the second half, they fatigue, they fade in the boxing matches because they're used to being able to lean on other elements to buy them time and have them catch their breath. They're in shape, but they're not used to boxing. They're used to being able to use their legs to be in the UFC to tackle you and wrestle you to the ground where they could catch their breath and hold you down, right? Or in kickboxing, they can use their legs, so there's other elements that your opponent has to worry about, not just your hands. So they could grapple. There's different things that they could knee you in kickboxing. They can't do that in boxing. So they tend to fatigue in the second half of the fight. I knew that was going to happen. And I said that Rico was going to possibly get dropped. And in the 11th round, he made a mistake because of fatigue, not because of Alexander Usyk, who is a great fighter and first ballot Hall of Famer and people having the #1 pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, right? At 38, Terrence Crawford don't look like this. At 38, Floyd Mayweather doesn't look like this. This is the difference between, as I always tell you, African-American fighters in the sport of boxing and everybody else. When everybody else gets 35 to 38 years old in the sport of boxing, they look like this. Floyd didn't look like this. Andre Ward at 35 didn't look like this. Terrence Crawford, when he fought Canelo at 38 years old, didn't look like this. They still look dominant because of the style, right? Look at Vasyl Lomachenko in the later age. People saying he's washed. He's 37. Terrence Crawford is still older than Vasyl Lomachenko right now. This is why, right? And so they were going to rob this man because he embarrassed the sport yesterday on a big stage in Egypt at the pyramids, right? So going in 11th, he gets clipped. There's 10 seconds left in the round. He's clearly winning the fight. Not on the judges' scorecards, as you see, but he's clearly winning the fight. He gets clipped with 10 seconds left. He gets up. Like any other boxer. There's 3 seconds left when the referee finished counting. Of course, Alexander Usyk is going to rush him and try to knock him out. He does. He survives. He's on his feet. He's defending himself. He's tired. He got knocked down. He got hurt. The referee, after the bell rings, the round is over. It's over. I initially thought it was 1 second left because it said 2 minutes and 59 seconds, right? But no, I rewatched it and the bell had rung. The round is over. Instead of letting him go to his corner and regroup, the referee waves off the fight and says the fight is done. With 1 round. It didn't matter because they was going to rob him on the scorecards anyway, as you can see. But this is nothing new with these judges and the scorecards, right? We see this all the time in the sport of boxing. But yet people are worried about the Muhammad Ali Act and Dana White and Zuffa boxing. They're worrying about Dana White bringing corruption to boxing. It has been corrupt from the beginning of time. It's diabolical, man. Rico completely embarrassed and exposed the sport of boxing yesterday. And these judges' scorecards that got revealed just show you the dirt that happens in the sport of boxing. The decision was already made before the fight even happened. Rico didn't stand a chance. And I don't want to see a rematch. Period. It's over. But let me know what y'all think, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, or one word, I'm gone. Peace.